Hey guys, Pastor John coming to you with today's daily devotion. Popped up on my screen today, Matthew 11. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I've used this verse a lot over the last couple of weeks, and I find myself clinging to it more and more. That rest that Christ is talking about, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." That rest is not a sleep, it's not a nap, it's not a break, but it is a refreshing. It is a refreshing of your soul, a refreshing of your spirit. So many times we get bogged down by life. I can't explain it any easier than that. Life sometimes just bogs us down, weighs us down. All of the different things that are going on, all the things you have going on in your life, all the things that are going on maybe at your job or in your family or different places like that, it starts to weigh on you, starts to pull you down. Kind of like Jeremiah. When Jeremiah was in the pit, he just kept continuing to sink. He's in an empty well there, where there was still mud down at the bottom. He just continued to sink and sink and sink. And it took several dozen men to pull him out. But Jesus says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. I'll give you a refreshing." Now, we've been promised the Holy Ghost. And he said, once that power has come upon you, you will be witnesses. But that Holy Ghost is also a refreshing wind that comes through our lives. There are times when we feel like we're struggling with decisions. The Holy Ghost will lead you in the right direction. You may be struggling with an addiction or different things like that. The sanctification process that the Holy Ghost takes you through is a refreshing to you. It pulls those things out of you and gives you new life, new sustainability, new guidelines, new direction, because He is leading and guiding. We need to be refreshed from time to time. I was on my computer today and I was sitting there and the screen was frozen. And I was just looking at it. It's on my tablet. It was just, I was looking at it and was waiting on the app to update, and it didn't. And so I reached up and I hit the refresh button and everything started over new. It took me right back to where I was at, but everything was working again. It's the same way with Jesus Christ. There are times in our lives when it seems like we're just stuck in a rut. And if we will allow Him to refresh us, to revive us, to restore us, we will get back to where everything is working the way that it should, right where we left off at. Right there is the refreshing that God promises us, the refreshing that God delivers to us. So what's getting stale in your life that needs refreshing? Is it your walk with the Lord? You can renew that with Him today. Is it your study time? You can start that new today. Whatever it is, maybe it's your prayer life, maybe it's your marriage, maybe it's your finances, maybe you've not been giving and tithing like you should. Now's the time to hit the refresh button and let Christ give you that rest. Start you over with a brand new, refreshed spirit. Examine yourself. I know I do. Check and see where you need to move closer to the Lord and allow Him to give you that rest, that refreshing that we all need. I love you. I'm praying for you. Hope you have a magnificent evening and a magnificent tomorrow. I hope to see you this weekend at Irwin Hill. God bless you as always, is my prayer.